That took a little longer than usual, but I've already started to stream. Or I'm already here, so we'll just keep going. So you know the usual, zenless, progress in the game, all that jazz. I really want to progress in this chapter because I really want to see what goes on here. But before I get started, since I don't do this that often, although stream elements does show the links sometimes, but I'm just gonna pin it here for anyone that's interested. A little bit of a self-sponsor of my main channel on YouTube. Yeah, I don't really say it directly, but I just let Stream Elements do the promoting for me. But yeah, I have a main channel on YouTube where I upload my compilations and stuff along with some other original content on there. Like the history of the Danish gaming industry and some other videos that I've made on there. So if you want, you could just go there and subscribe. If you want to see stuff like that from my streams, but also for other non-streaming content. Since that's what I'm trying to do on my main channel right now, is just like create some original content besides like the compilations and stuff that I upload there like about twice a month now. Before it used to be like once a month, but now that I've gotten more efficient with my video editing for the compilations, somehow managed to deliver 2 videos a month. Well, technically 4, because I upload a short before I upload the full compilation slash highlights video. Since that's the way how I like to promote my upcoming compilation videos and stuff. So yeah. If you like that, plus some original content related to games, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and play the chapter. And of course, I'm just gonna leave the channel link posted, or pinned, I mean, until I end the stream. Right, the last stream I wanted to end at a stop point just so I can do the events and stuff. Of course, the next event that's coming up, that's in a few days. Or, actually, tomorrow. Tomorrow it will start. So let me see how much of the story I can progress here. Outer Ring Hollow. Papago. Fifi. Okay, seems simple enough. Both level 50. Let's do this one. Yeah, as I said in the last couple of streams ago, from chapter 3 onwards, I'll be using the trial use characters. Because they're already at a high level, whereas my characters that aren't trial versions, they're still pretty low level and low attack for right now, so that's why I'm not using them to progress in the story. And also, it'd be interesting to try out the others.
The Sons of Caledon are here, as expected.
Let's move. Stick to the plan.
So we're introduced to Pulchra in that commission. So then, when does she switch sides to join the Sons of Caledon? Because it is interesting how she decided to join them rather than to go against them.
Bell, Sons of Caledon, can you hear me? Our mission is to collect holo data. Bell, you should be familiar with the process.
Got it. We just have to put enough data piles in the safe areas.
And where are those safe areas?
Don't worry, Proxy. Unlike Billy, we won't let the Ethereals chase you around.
Afternoon for you, morning for me. Hello, Nox.
Speaking of which, I've been curious for a while now. Lighter always calls Billy brother. What's the story there?
Yeah, I would like to know that too.
Oh, that's because every biker gang in the old oil field has champions. Lighter and Billy are our champions. The first Overlord established that any gang joining the League must act with honor. Normally, the Overlord mediates disputes, but if he's not around or an agreement can't be reached, they settle it with a duel. That's where the champions come in.
So pretty much their second in command is pretty much what Lighter is. Just Caesar's second in command.
The boss is right. Champions bear the honor or humiliation of the entire gang. We also serve as the leader's bodyguards. However, considering the boss's strength, she really doesn't need protecting.
What did Big Daddy say again? A ruler doesn't need to be the strongest or the smartest. Just someone who can unite the masses.
A good philosophy to have.
But in the Sons of Caledon, I just so happen to be the best fighter.
How can you say that? Lighter doesn't have enough to do, and it's all 'cause you can't control your temper and get into fights yourself. I even had to find other tasks for him to do.
So he really doesn't do much for himself until he is told what to do. Pretty much like a dog.
Proxy, to be honest, for the longest time, I thought Lighter was here just to do odd jobs.
I mean, isn't that the point?
Well, Lucy sure knows how to get the most out of the money she spent.
You got that right, brother. Now let's play.
Master, you have reached the data collection area. Data pile 1 initializing.
Great, it's just up ahead.
Relax, I'll leave some for you.
Time to shine!
I'll just pause there for a moment. So, Lighter, that dude with the shades, he's basically the only agent in the entirety of the game to just use his fists to fight, so he's basically just a bare-knuckle fighter. Or he's the only agent in Zenless that's a bare-knuckle fighter. Or I say bare knuckles, but he has some. I guess he had some experience with boxing. Maybe also bare knuckle fighting. I don't know. There is an agent story about him, so that would probably explain a bit more about his character and his lore. But at least as far as I know, that he used to be a boxer.
Gotcha now. Come on.
Activation complete. Next installation location has been marked.
Lucky it's not too far this time.
Cool. Grab that data pile and let's move.
Right away, Your Highness.
So even Lighter knows how. So even Lighter has a sense of humor at joking with Lucy. Yeah, maybe that's why he has his own agent story, because of how badass he is. I could be wrong there. But yeah, since he has that agent story, like, it just makes you wonder how he became the man he is now.
Actions always speak louder than words.
As for Caesar here, if you notice, like, her arm, where she has her shield, it's prosthetic. So I'm guessing at one point she lost her left arm somewhere and had to get a prosthetic.
But also to protect.
Which is probably the reason why she uses her sword on her right hand and her shield on her left. Because it'd be an awkward moment where she yeets her sword, but then her prosthetic just comes off.
Actions always speak louder than words.
So it's maybe the reason for why she has her shield on her left arm.
Data pile 2 initializing. Activation complete.
We just need to install one more and it's done.
Ooh, it's like
The perfect installation location has been selected for you.
It'll be a lot more perfect if it were closer to us.
It's chugging a bit, but I'll manage. Okay, I just have to be close enough to it.
3 initializing.
Watch out. More ethereals incoming.
Go. Come on. This one's a real crowd pleaser.
Catch this one.
Gotcha now. Click on.
The brave fear nothing.
Only champions make history.
Activation complete.
Nice. On to the next.
Oh, okay, that was it. Oh, nope, there's more. Red Fang gang bastards.
Warning. Biosignals detected near data pile 2.
Let's go, Wise.
Right, what was I gonna say? Oh, right, I'm avoiding trying to use Lucy as much as possible, because, you know, I'm just not interested in getting her.
Is this a hidden fissure?
Indeed it is, Belle.
Biosignals detected nearby.
Hurry up!
There they are!
Lighter!
Lighter, do you know those people?
Don't think so. But judging by their get-ups, they are in the biker gang too.
I pledge my honor!
The brave fear nothing.
Feeling fired up?
Yeah, when he gets going, he really knows how to fuck up people with his bare fist. He also has his, like, gold, like, motor thing on his, right hand. I guess that, like, amplifies his punching power. But just sheer raw strength, that's what Lighter can provide.
Hold it right there! I've caught you red-handed, you bunch of filthy thieves!
Hey, little girl, watch your mouth. Who you calling a thief?
You, obviously. The data piles you're holding are the property of the Sons of Caledon. We put them there ourselves. Which biker gang are you running with? You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Who we are is none of your business. You say these are yours, but can you prove it?
Of course, these data piles come with receipts. All I'll have to do is just compare them with the registration numbers.
You're that Lucy something from the city, aren't you? Yeah, we've heard about the loudmouth strategist of the Sons of Caledon. It's clear you certainly know how to talk a big game. But we're not buying it. Look at these piles. There's no number on them at all.
Huh? The numbers on the data piles are gone?
Okay, so I guess minus Piper, so the other four went there. Or went to go set up the pilers. So I guess Piper's just resting at her truck right now.
You see, these data piles were just abandoned in the hollow. Unclaimed equipment. According to the League's rules, it's finders keepers.
Unless someone beats you into submission for them.
To think the Sons of Caledon would try to snatch our stuff using such a feeble lie. That's hilarious.
At first, I thought you were just small-time crooks, but you've clearly come prepared.
Psst. Lucy, what are you talking about?
To grind off numbers engraved on a metal surface in such a short time, you'd need a specialized grinder. Since they've even gone to the lengths of preparing that kind of equipment, they must have planned for this well in advance.
So she already knows what's up.
Ah, I see. Since Lucy doesn't want me meddling, I'll leave this to you, Lighter.
Got it, boss. Looks like it's my time to shine. Listen up. I may not know the reason, but it looks like you're looking for a duel.
So, just pretty much beating the shit out of them.
Yeah, since we're all bikers, this is the only fair way to solve a conflict. Ryder, they say you haven't lost a single duel since becoming a champion of the Sons of Caledon. It's time to remind you of the humiliation of defeat.
Okay, so what I'm guessing is that he takes his pride very seriously. So any mention of him losing kind of like fractures his little ego. Since, you know, pride means everything, but then mention one little thing that made them fail, and their motivation tends to drop or take a dive.
I don't think you'll be forgetting the Ember Arena anytime soon.
Like so.
Yes. It was tough going for you for a while, huh? Taste of pain must still be fresh in your memory. To be straight with you, our champion's from there too, but while you were twiddling your thumbs, he built up a 20-fight winning streak.
Wait, it can't be.
Bet you're shaking in your boots, Lyda. That's right. You know just who we're talking about.
Sorry, what's his name again?
Either Pompey or someone else.
You smug jerk! It's me, Bellum! You ended my 21 streak, you cocky bastard! Just because you're handsome, skilled, happier, and handsome, you think you can just forget my name?
Wait, did he just say you're handsome twice?
Bellum, huh? That's cool. I'll remember you.
Don't give me that crap! You've already said that 3 times! Enough talking. Our briefings today. Right here, right now!
So I'm fighting him.
Lighter, it sounds like you're tougher than Bellum. But all that stuff about you losing before, is that true? Further!
Of course it's true. I mean, winning isn't everything in that kind of place.
Hey, Clever! You'd better take things seriously. Don't try to find excuses when you lose.
The brave fear nothing.
Only champions make history.
Gotcha!
Our champion deserves a rest.
Liar! Take this!
Man, stop yelling my name like that. Sounds weird. I'm unstoppable!
Victory's mine.
Feeling fired up?
You lose, fat boy.
I lost.
You lose, fat boy.
Bellum lost? What should we do now? We were told that...
Don't do anything. Leave the data piles to the Sons of Caledon. I'll take responsibility for this.
Okay, so Pulchra, Bellum, and that other biker is who I'll be dealing with in these commissions.
Okay. Okay. Understood, Bellum.
Unless the way how this chapter is going, like, after certain events happen, and when the chapter's about to end, they just join the Sons of Caledon. I wonder if it works like that.
Lighter, I came here to face you. Now that we fought, according to League rules, I concede defeat. I just didn't expect that after all these years, I still couldn't beat you and reclaim my honor.
No, you're wrong. You never needed to reclaim any honor in the first place.
Getting sentimental, dude.
I didn't mean to forget your name. It's just that everything in the underground fighting scene means nothing to me.
I mean, it makes sense since all the fighting he's done, it's just basically made him grow numb. Like, it just made him forget about his surroundings when he's in the heat of the moment.
What?
Hurting an opponent for money, taking a dive for money. That life has nothing to do with honor. Only those with no choice step into the ring. You were no different back then. You've got the skills to leave that place behind and become a biker gang's champion. Why leave your heart in that dark, cramped hellhole?
Lighter, you mean...
Be grateful for the outer ring. It doesn't care about your past or where you come from. If you've got the skills, you rewrite your fate. If you just want to test your mettle against me, say the word. I'm down anytime. After all, I've got a rival that I've been itching to challenge for a while now.
I will. Lighter, thank you.
Did he just single-handedly change Bellum's perspective? Well, he did beat the shit out of him, so I guess so.
No problem, Bellum.
He almost slipped there.
Lighter, you never intended on remembering my name. You're just messing with me again.
Wait, aside from the name thing, I meant everything I said.
So he slipped up there. Okay, so you can lose his cool there a little bit. Just a little bit when he accidentally slips up.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
Okay, now I'm interested in seeing Pulchra and Bernie's chat. Okay, yeah. Chapter 4, I think by far would be my favorite chapter of the entirety of the Zenless Zone Zero. So I wonder if this next one would involve Bernice and Pulchra. I'm liking this so far. Okay, I'm pausing for a little bit, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So let's see what this next. Alright, let's see what this next commission will be. Also, how much have I progressed? Okay. Early bird buyer. Yes. Yes, we are going to see Polgra next with Bernice, since she's the first character in the lineup. I like where this is going in the chapter. I like where this is going. Of all the chapters in Zenless so far, just chapter 4, I'm starting to like more. More than the Belobog chapter. Maybe because Biker Gang be goofy? I don't know.
The place that refits old vehicle parts is just past the hollow entrance. We'll be there soon.
Hold on. Actually, I have a question. I heard from Belle that the factory in the hollow sells parts after they've been sorted. If that's the case, why not just buy them outside the hollow?
You'll soon hear why that's not the case.
It's simple, really. With so many bikers in the old oil field, the leftover parts that do end up reaching the market are the ones that no one wants.
So, really though, they want the scraps because they can easily turn that into usable material.
Exactly. It's like if you want top quality fresh fish. Someone has to set out to sea early in the morning and use an airship to get the ingredients back to the kitchen.
A more high-tech way of putting it, but it makes sense.
It's just fish. Is all that really necessary? Proxy, it's way easier for us to come into the hollow to buy stuff, compared to the hassle city folks go through just to have a meal.
I mean, is it really a hassle? Let me just pay a couple of Denny's and then there you go. And there's our fire gremlin. Front center stage. Hehe. Alright, I already know how to use her, so let's go.
Ethereal, watch out everyone.
Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
That's right. We can try out our new fuel.
Go, little Mocus, go.
Let me help. Hey.
Some stuff is destructible, some isn't.
Me to keep ethereals out. They're really dangerous. Hard to say which one's more dangerous, Traps or Bernice. Hold on, this isn't the way to the factory. Since we're already here, we might stumble across some goodies. Are these the goodies you're talking about? Let's prepare for battle first. I'm here!
Burn, baby, burn.
Victory's mine!
Let's light it up!
Burn, baby, burn. Okay, right, so I have to go back the other way to reach that fissure.
See? Told ya! You redefine dumb luck.
In the best way. In the best way possible. Okay, close one.
Just watch. I'm gonna burn him to the ground.
Should have waited.
There's a lot of materials around here. Just see it as us helping the boss of the recycling plant clean up a bit.
Quit, Dave. Oh, the parts recycling plant is just up ahead.
Reminder, the ether concentration here is quite low, and spatial stability is normal.
No wonder they can still do business here.
So even though it has like a small amount of like ether radiation, they could still use the place. Too bad that they can't mine ether, because they could make a lot of money out of it. Also, I need to learn how to use Caesar a lot better here.
Greetings. By the look of your gear, I take it you're from the Motor League.
Hey, old timer. We're looking for some bike parts.
So, you're here for parts too, huh? Unfortunately, we're out of stock until the Torrid Inferno is over.
So they've been picked clean.
Say what? The heck's going on?
Some youngsters came by this morning and bought up all of my stock.
Huh?
I warned them that buying up everything would make things difficult for my other customers.
Especially the ones that I'll encounter later in the chapter.
But the Thyran girl leading them seemed awful fiery, and they paid well above market price. Oh, she said she's from the Sons of Caledon and that they were prepping for the big challenge since they finally got a spot to compete.
Now surely it can't be Piper. Because he mentioned Thyran, so that would lead to Pulchra.
Wait, do we have any Thyrans? Grassy, Woody, and Bricky aren't girls, right? Bernice, the heart of the matter is that someone impersonated us and bought everything here.
Wait, what did you say?
We're the real Sons of Caledon. We have no idea who those other people are.
Damn, not only did they keep us from getting parts, they also tarnished our reputation. They played their hand well.
That or they're cheeky scumbags.
Well, actually, the whole thing just feels wrong to me. If you can persuade her to change her mind, I won't object.
So then we'll start to see that little special moment between Bernice and Pulchra. I'll save it too when we get to that point.
Just, don't mention it was me who told you.
Where did those people go, old man?
Oh, after they bought everything here, they headed straight to the abandoned vehicle graveyard deeper in the hollow when they heard there were more parts there.
Well, I mean, that already gives it away for where they're heading directly. Not for the location, but you know, for even more parts.
Looks like we've still got a chance to catch them.
Let's get going, Proxy! We gotta go back to get our bikes if we're going to the vehicle graveyard. Can we make it in time?
It's okay. Wise asked Piper to bring the vehicles here. This way. There's a spatial fissure nearby.
Always 2 steps ahead of her brother. Belle's brother is pretty much 2 steps ahead. Both her and her brother are think alike.
My power is not just to conquer, but also to protect.
I mean, that's the reason why they became proxies to begin with, since they're always planning ahead and can figure out another outcome or solution on the fly.
We'll be able to rendezvous with her soon. Oh, Proxy! I knew we could count on you! The rendezvous point is near the highway. We're almost there.
Master, please be aware. Explosive items detected in the vicinity.
Oh, it's nothing. Watch me burn him to the ground.
Warning. Bernice has activated reckless charge mode.
Who's that? What terrible taste.
Someone who uses Golden Damsel in Distress as their Internaut username has no right to question their taste.
Damn.
Shut up!
Damn, she got roasted by an AI. Thank you, Fairy.
Ready for a fiery feast!
A little too early to use her flames. Hang on. Or, oh no, I can't even go that way. Okay, no, that I've already gone. I guess I have to go around so I can get to that crate. So, through here, probably.
Time to shine! Dirty tricks!
Flames will never die! This one won't be easy. Watch out.
There's more to battle! Just glory!
The flames follow my flow.
Victory is in sight!
I'll win the end of...
Yeah, this just reminded me of Cars, that one Pixar movie. Just like the whole location here just reminds me of Cars. Route 66 and all that. Except it's with the Sons of Caledon, a motorcycle club.
Biosignals detected in the area ahead.
Great, Piper's already here. I can finally get my bike.
And I can finally get my crate.
Wow, Piper! You brought the vehicles! I'm just heeding the proxy's call. Little old me wouldn't keep you waiting for a minute longer. Your rides are here for you. Let's get a rollin'.
So I was watching the video that had like the sense of Caledon, where it was an animation where in it Piper was just speaking like fucking Boomhauer from King of the Hill. It was hilarious, especially with the dangle parts and all that you normally hear from Boomhauer. I don't know, I just found that shit funny.
Thanks, little old you. Guys, let's ride.
Slow down, Bernice! You're going too fast!
Uh-huh.
It's time to find out who's the fastest. We might be able to get ahead of them.
And then it just heads off.
Ooh-wee. You young'uns sure got some fire in your belly.
Proxy, get on! Let's head out!
I wonder if, like, in Bernice Agent's story, like, it also goes into the past about Piper. Like, if she met Bernice when she was, like, a kid or something, I don't know. Or when she met Bernice when she was little. Or something like that, I don't know.
Perfect. We're the first to get here.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
I was thinking, since we have the upper hand, we might as well call it a day. But seeing you like this really brings out my predatory instincts.
So soft. So warm.
Are you crazy?
Huh? Don't all kitties love being warm and toasty? Bernice, are you?
Crazy. No. She's a psychopath with extra steps. But a merciless one at that.
Okay. Ooh, there's the proxies! She's a cat siren! Maybe super show too.
Bernice! It's rude to stroke someone's tail if you don't know them.
Oh yeah! The first time you need to be a scratch under the chin, right?
Don't patronize me.
No, you're just too cute when you're angry.
Damn it.
The enemies are tired. Keep it up.
I'll keep it burning!
Oh, that is? We haven't had enough fun yet.
How come this monster is so strong?
Head on!
Okay, that's enough. I give up.
The monster in question, a happy little fire gremlin. It surprised Bernice for a moment, but she realized the situation and went full on ADHD mode there. You can only do so much when you have pistols on you, or when you're dealing with a pyromaniac with flamethrowers.
What? You give up? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Explain yourself.
It means the refitted parts will be returned, and I'll give up the parts from the vehicle graveyard. So let's just pretend none of this ever happened.
Unless...
Huh. Pretend none of this ever happened?
What? Feeling hard done by? After I bought the parts, no one else should have come by. This shouldn't affect the Sons of Caledon's reputation. Besides, if my employer finds out I failed, it won't do me any good either. So I'll say the job's done. You benefit from this too.
in more ways than one.
Pretend none of this ever happened?
Come on, what's your deal? What more do you want?
Do you want to know?
Oh, but we were having so much fun just now.
What?
Surprised, kitty?
Kitty, you're really good. I've never seen a Thyran as skilled and cute as you before.
She, sweet talking her into the gang. Alright, I won't say anymore. I'll just let Bernice speak for herself.
Cute? Wait, what are you talking about?
I mean it. And it looks like the legends are true. Cat Thyrans aren't loyal to their masters.
I'm just a mercenary working to get paid. And about my employer, honestly, I'm not a big fan of him. But I can't reveal his identity. I don't want to cause trouble for myself, so don't even go there.
That's okay. We won't ask. Hey, Bernice! This isn't your decision to make!
Leave her be, Lucy. Once Bernice has her mind made up, nothing's gonna change it.
Hard to change her mind anyway. Knowing her little gremlin side.
Kitty, if you don't like your current employer, why not join the Sons of Caledon?
And there it is.
Huh? Aren't you afraid I'll betray you? No one's safe from the sharp claws of a cat Thyran.
You make a good point, Polkra, but you're also not safe from fire. Especially a fire gremlin who can easily burn you right now to a crisp.
Don't worry, I've heard that kitties choose to partner up with only the strongest. The Sons of Caledon can definitely live up to that.
She has that riz in her to really swoo her in. That's what I like about Bernice. And also, unlike Lucy, she has charm in all the right places. And doesn't boast about being rich and all that shit. The same for Caesar, that's why I like them both.
We'll see. Once you've actually proven you're the strongest, at least. And stop calling me Kitty. I do have a name. It's Pulchra.
Nah, she's gonna keep calling you Kitty.
Okay, Pulchra. Let's play again next time.
With a playmate who doesn't know their own strength? I think I'll pass.
Come on, she ain't that bad. Once you get to know her some more.
But I am partial to warm places.
Who'd have thought that they opened up the Sons of Caledon rizzing some other gangs into their own? I guess this would be like the Riz chapter. And that way, that's how they increase their numbers. Not through forcibly bringing in members, just by swooing them and get them interested. Compared to any other biker gang, that's just ruthless as fuck. they do it differently. I guess Big Daddy raised them right. Now on to Cheesetopia. Apparently that's a spot that I can head to. And from what I've seen, I'm guessing there's like a commission to develop the place. Maybe, I don't know, I'm just guessing. Yes it does. Right, so from what I understand, Lucy's the only one that has a smartphone. I guess the other members don't have smartphones, so that's why Lucy was the only one that has a smartphone for communication. In secret, eh? How secret? Shit, I haven't even gotten to the main event of the chapter and already it's so good. Alright, so let's see what she has to say.
Proxy, sorry to call you here so late. I'll cut to the chase. I have an extra commission for you, and I need you to keep it secret. Can you explain more? You must have noticed. Lately, every time we go into the Hollows, we're met with one obstacle after another. Ugh, it's clear someone has it out for us. I did a background check on Bellum and Pulchra. There's no public info linking them to any biker gang, but I bet they've got something to do with the Vanquishers.
And now we're introduced to the rival biker gang.
I feel the same. After all, the Tour d'Inferno is a duel between your factions. Also, knowing Lucius, there's no way he's not involved. But we don't have solid proof, so we can't do anything about it.
Oh yeah, that guy that I saw in the first cutscene of the chapter.
Proxy, I expected some tricks from our rivals, but something's off. Their intel is always right on the money.
So something at play here. So money's definitely a key factor here.
If they didn't know about our plans ahead of time, how could they keep getting the jump on us? Someone in town must be feeding intel to the Vanquishers.
And I wonder who that could be.
Do you have any suspects in mind? Not yet. Blazewood mostly backs us to win, so I need to investigate. I'll look into it. I might need your help further down the line, though. Got it. Just say the word. Thanks. Oh, and just a reminder, don't tell the others. Especially Bernice and Caesar. Bernice can't keep a secret. And as for Caesar, Well, never mind.
They're both loudmouths. Hence why she wanted to keep it a secret.
You sure are worried, Lucy. What can I do? Everyone else is so naturally optimistic around here. Anyway, I'll contact you once I get a breakthrough. Wait for my word. Bye.
Besides that whole rich girl status stereotype, she actually is concerned about the gang. Still, that's not gonna change my opinion about Lucy anyway. Even with all that, that's still not gonna change my opinion about Lucy. Okay, so he's one of those type of people. So, with Lucy, like, she likes to act like a rich brat, but then, deep down, she actually cares about the biker gang. That's why it concerns her this much. Now, if I did wanted to use her, then the devs could have just designed her a bit differently. But since how they designed her, yeah, it already turns me off and not being interested in using her. Old man Demir. Why do I feel like that he's like the boogeyman of Blazewood? And what would that be? Okay, so the Reds, they're sleeping in the mayor's home. Yeah, I really do hope that when the game turns turns a year old, that would be getting a big payoff of polychrome. So I could just spend it all on tapes. Preferably the encrypted tapes, just so I can start stockpiling like a bunch of them. Well, when Lighter and Hugo's banner come, then that's when I can finally stockpile a bunch of polychromes. Especially with the events coming up. Or the events that I haven't done yet. Or did I just... Thanks, fellas. I will use this, handsomely. Imagine Piper's also concerned as Lucy. She hasn't really talked much. Or hasn't really talked much so far apart from bringing in the goods or getting set up for something.
Oh, Proxy, it's you. Are you looking for Lucy?
So that... No, I don't think... When an anime character just looks tired, is it just like a sign that they're just older? I guess so. But then there's also anime characters who are young, but they also get tired easily. I don't understand.
Yes, I wanted to go over the details of the Tour d'Inferno with Lucy. Ah, Proxy. You really know how to keep your mouth shut. That's good to know. I've said it before. If you can't keep a secret and are slow to react, you're not cut out to be a proxy. Was that all a test of my competency? So I passed then? Yep, you're the real deal, Proxy. Definitely some of the Sons of Caledon should work with long term. Don't let Piper's usual careless facade fool you. She's actually pretty cautious.
Yeah, I figured. Since she hasn't really talked much, so... She's also aware of the situation as much as Lucy is.
Sorry about that. Just little old unreliable me. Anyway, let's get to the real issue. The informant problem. Here's the deal. Ever since we've set up camp here, I've noticed something odd. Every time Blazewood ships out their handicrafts, Casa always leaves town for 2 or 3 hours at night, carrying hollow gear with her. Since Lucy told me there might be a mole, one night I pretended I couldn't sleep and talked to Casa when she was about to leave. She said she was out for a stroll because she also couldn't sleep, And then she just went back inside as if everything was normal.
Maybe you might have caught her in the act, Piper.
But an hour later, she snuck out of Blazewood again.
So there might be some betrayal here.
Her behavior does seem quite bizarre. Ugh, this is terrible news. Kaz's relationship with the Sons of Caledon goes back longer than I've been around. We set up camp here because of that trust.
I would imagine because... I would imagine this was like when Big Daddy was leading the biker gang. Although he still technically does, but Caesar would soon take over. Unless his retirement means that Caesar is effectively the leader of the Sons of Caledon.
And to Caesar, Casa has always been like a big sister. Someone she can rely on. If she really has backstabbed us. The long-standing bond between Blazewood and the Sons of Caledon would be ruined.
And hatred would ensue.
So, we have to investigate this discreetly. If we're right about this, we need to solve it without Caesar knowing.
Nah, she's gonna know. She's gonna know regardless. I mean, she's stupid, but she'll eventually come to terms.
This is a tough situation. Like speeding downhill heading for a turn, but your brakes are out. But dwelling on the worst case scenario won't help. We have to roll with the punches, cause that's how the Sons of Caledon do.
And there's her hillbilly accent.
Piper's right. Once a wild boar charges, there's no backing down.
I'm curious to know how did Lucy come to know her little boar hench, her little boar minions, or how did she meet them?
Proxy, I heard there's another shipment going out in a few days. Casa should follow her usual routine.
Oh right, and then there was also the issue of Perlman, since he hasn't been brought up yet since the beginning of the chapter.
We'll follow her at night and see what she's up to.
So I guess this would reveal what's really going on. Okay, so I guess Lighter's tagging along. Kind of wonder, like, how they haven't made Bellum like a playable character. But they made Pulchra a playable character.
Alright, we're in the hollow. How are things with Bernice and Caesar? I checked. Caesar's already asleep. That girl's got a routine like clockwork.
And Bernice is all taken care of. I sparred with her the entire day to wear her out. Looks like tonight, the ethereals in the hollow won't taste my perfect one-hit KO. They got off lucky.
Quit whining, Lighter. If you'd hidden the nitro fuel better, we wouldn't be in this mess. Alright, let's get moving. Only the three of us and the proxy can handle this now. Lucy, I know you're in a hurry, but please, hold your horses. It'd be a real shame if we were too noisy and Casa found out. You got it. Proxy, where did Casa go? Let's search the area first.
Looks like this isn't the right way.
Load up and roll out.
Only champions make history. I think this place is a storage area.
Man, Lighter can really beat the living shit out of you if he wanted to. He's just that strong to take down an ethereal that big. Practically to the point of killing it. Okay, so two things might happen. They catch up to her, or they get caught in a trap and it causes aware that she's being followed. That's what I'm imagining happening here. The one with the pointy ears. Or the tail guy.
Anyone else want to go for a...
Looks like an oil plant. That's right, they still rely on oil. They still rely on oil as their fuel. Yeah, I feel like they're being played into a trap.
It's the exit. Let's go.
Yeah, I feel like they're being played into a trap here. Kind of feel like it'd be one of those scenarios. Oh yeah, also, Red Mocha's here, is also the bank bill I'm focusing on next in getting.
There's Casa. Looks like she's waiting for someone. Roxy, let's take a closer look.
And she drove here.
I'm here like I was told. Hello? Is anyone there?
I thought we agreed.
Morse?
You were supposed to come alone.
What are you talking about? Hand over the goods like you promised.
If you want the goods, you're gonna have to pay up. Or... I'll just take it from the Sons of Caledon.
Wait, what?
You're mine now, and my prey never escapes.
Oh yeah? Bring it on! Morse, Casa, let's settle this right now! Caesar trusted you. What are you doing running with them?
Hang on, Lucy, I can explain.
Buckle up! You guys met up here in secret. What else is there to explain? What did they hook you up with?
Be the champion!
It's not like that. It's just that the town is in dire need of necessities. Ever since the gas station ran out of gas, we've been running low on money and resources.
What? You never mentioned any of this before. He's trying to escape! After him!
Scaredy cat. Stay focused.
Caesar, you're here! Caesar, calm down and listen to me. Casa and the Overlord...
Enough! I know. These supplies will get corrupted if left in the hollow. Casa. Take them with you.
Overlord Pompeii?
It's been a while, Caesar of the Sons of Caledon. To think that little sprout by Big Daddy's side would dare bring her underlings to challenge me.
And that's the boss man of the chapter. I already know what happens to him. I mean, I've already played through the Ether boss that has his name. So I already know that he'll turn corrupted and become an ethereal.
Overlord Pompeii, while the Sons of Caledon still recognize you as the leader of the Motor League, you'd better explain why you're here.
Well, he's here to kill. What do you think?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. That will be addressed soon enough. But first, there's a more pressing matter. Caesar, these goods are what the Vanquishers promised to deliver to Blazewood. Are you deciding to let the mayor take them?
Don't push your luck.
Lucy, wait. I heard you arguing with Casa earlier. I checked these boxes. They really are food and medicine. They weren't lying. No matter where they came from. These are things the town needs. But, Casa, if you're in a bad spot, why didn't you ask us for help? We've known each other for years.
It seems like she, had other motives. Almost as if, the Sons of Caledon didn't really deliver on what she's looking for.
Caesar, I was actually planning to ask you for help.
But why didn't you?
But then you came in all excited, telling me you qualified for the Tour d'Inferno and asked if you could stay in Blazewood for a while.
The Sons of Caledon have helped Blazewood so much over the years. At a crucial time like this, we have no way to repay you. So how could we make you worry about this for us too?
So she did this because she understood that Caesar qualified for the Tour de Inferno. So that's why she didn't want to say anything to her.
Repay? Selling us out to the Vanquishers is your idea of repaying us?
Selling you out? Wait, Lucy, I've never betrayed you. I just made a deal with the Vanquishers. We trade the handicrafts we make for supplies.
She's telling the truth. Although you have the favor of Blazewood, as the Overlord, I couldn't turn a blind eye to the needs of the residents. So I presented them with an opportunity.
So whose side is he on? That's the real question. Because I already know that he ends up becoming an ethereal. So then, what's his motives?
When Casa suggested moving the trade to the Hollow to avoid any misunderstandings, I agreed. After all, we can't disrupt the peace among League members.
So you're saying the leak about our whereabouts has nothing to do with you?
Standing your ground is a good trait, but not knowing when to back down is just disrespectful. I'm here to resolve this matter. Today I found this in the handicrafts Blazewood delivered.
Perhaps a recording chip. Something like that.
Is that a listening device?
And I called it.
Moors, this vial should have contained heavy oil, the lifeblood of the old oil field. So why is this here?
Explain yourself, Catboy.
Also, the supplies delivered to Blazewood of late seem to be less than what was agreed upon. Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, so who really is the mastermind behind all of the discrepancies?
Boss Pompey,
Moors, I didn't bring you along for the Tour d'Inferno just for you to play dirty tricks.
So he also saw through his bullshit. Nobody fucks with him. So he knows when someone's bullshitting.
If we, as the League Overlords, are not just, then who would want to remain part of the League? And who would protect the old oil field?
Okay, I'm not hating Pompey. Like he is interesting. Like I'm guessing like rivalries between the biker gangs. That's pretty much above him. Like I'm guessing he understands the situation. Like he's trying to resolve it the best way he could, without it dragging along and causing problems for the other biker gangs.
I'm so sorry. I messed up.
Well, that's putting it lightly, man. You're an idiot.
I wasn't thinking straight. It's all my fault. I'll take the punishment.
The punishment's a big punishment you will take.
You're willing to take your punishment. Do you think you alone can bear the responsibility for the damage that you've caused? Sons of Caledon, Casa. Moors is my subordinate. I failed to manage him properly. I won't shift the blame onto him. As the current Overlord, I'll take responsibility for this and provide compensation.
Nice speech. Now how do you plan to fix this?
Recently, I negotiated and reached cooperation agreements with several areas neighboring the old oil field.
Now remember, like the way how how the other ring manages like transportation. They do it like gladiator style. They don't do it like company style like you would with a traditional transportation cargo company. Since there's not a lot of modern stuff in the outer ring, apart from like the oil refineries and all the other stuff that you normally see around motorcycle gangs. So they do things differently compared to the city.
According to the agreement, the old oil fields' damaged oil pipelines can be rebuilt through other regions, as long as we provide some of the oil to them.
Wait, does that mean our town's oil supply is saved?
That's right. Within 3 months, the supply should be restored. Also, several regions have agreed to share the roads, opening up at least 5 new freight routes for the old oil field.
Okay, so it's not Pompey, that's the ringleader, it's that little bastard fuck from the beginning that told that guy to ram into Billy's truck. So he's the evil guy behind all this, not Pompey. Because if it was Pompey, then he would have already shown evil intentions from the start. So the ringleader's that one guy that's cocky and shit. He's the one behind all of the discrepancies.
Sons of Caledon. In the next 6 months, I plan to have you manage 3 of these routes. I take it you won't refuse.
You mean you're just gonna hand them over on a silver platter?
I heard you've been drawing bad routes lately. Though it's just a coincidence, it's time to compensate you. And though the new routes are lucrative, they also traverse treacherous areas and require experienced riders. I have a condition, though. You need to help the less fortunate residents in these 3 regions for free during this period. And any teams using the routes in the future must do the same. How does that sound?
Hey, Lucy, how are the terms? Are they really as good as he says?
If it's true, it does solve our long-standing issues with Blazewood. Plus, with expanded routes, the other biker gangs would see a significant income boost.
I see. Hey, old man! Your terms are certainly interesting, but it looks like you're making assumptions. The title of Overlord and who gets to allocate the routes hasn't been decided yet. If I become Overlord, I'll be fairer than you.
You can certainly talk the talk. I'll take that as a yes.
All right, I agree.
Caesar, here's a letter of commitment I wrote myself. The route allocations will be officially announced soon. See you at the Tour d'Inferno.
So I'm guessing he's competing up against Caesar for the title. Well, I mean the outcome's already obvious to me because again, anime logic. So what would unfold once the Tour d'Inferno starts?
So, it turns out, Moores bugged the handicrafts sent to Blazewood for processing, and was listening in on our conversations.
Yeah, the little bastard was being cocky. But it's probably due for another reason to why he did so.
Yes, and once the goods were processed and shipped out, they could discreetly retrieve the listening device. It's a flawless plan.
If that's the case, why did the Overlord reveal this? At that point, we hadn't even discovered the listening device.
Even if we hadn't found the listening device, once we cleared things up with Casa, we would have eventually started to suspect the handicrafts.
That's right. If we found the bugs ourselves, things would have gotten out of hand.
Is there a difference? Oh, Bernice, always so optimistic. The Overlord stepping up shows some sincerity, at least. If we had confronted him, even if it was all Moore's doing, he wouldn't have accepted his terms, right? Mishandling this could have shaken the foundations of the Motor League, jeopardizing the safety of the old oil field.
And then division upon division, and then it'd just be biker gangs fighting each other to the death. That's how pretty much most motorcycle gangs operate these days. Well, in the past, yeah, but then, I mean, they realized that they should stop doing. Well, this is in real life with biker gangs in general. They realized violence would not solve anything, and it just pretty much damages the reputation of biker gangs. Period. But unfortunately, that still continues today. Assuming biker gangs have gotten smart enough to not resort to violence. But they still do, anyway.
It would have caused that much trouble?
Yes. We've been able to live relatively peacefully, thanks to the League ensuring the security of our oil resources. You have to understand, our oil isn't just coveted by other regions in the Outer Ring. Big city companies see it as the only thing stopping them from expanding into the Outer Ring. If something happens to the oil, the biker gangs might have a chance to move to other areas, but everyone else won't be so lucky. Especially Blazewood. The residents are mainly the elderly or children, and their ether aptitude is weak.
Which makes you wonder about the building right next to where Piper parked Steel Tusk, the Cheesetopia restaurant.
Oh, Proxy, there you are. Sorry to bother you, but can we talk? Proxy, I want to discuss Caesar. Ever since we met with the Overlord, she's been acting weird.
Weird, how so?
She's usually straightforward and energetic. But lately, she's just been sitting on her own, lost in thought. She's even eating less than usual.
So I take it that she's now learning about the reality behind the scenes of what goes on with biker gangs. She's maturing. I guess Caesar's starting to mature a bit there.
Caesar's worried about something? It's strange, right? Lighter offered to train for the Turd Inferno with her, and she said she'd think about it. I think it's related to what happened that day. But if I ask her, she won't tell me the truth. Just so you know, I don't really care what's wrong with her, but she's still the leader of the Sons of Caledon, and I can't let her affect the others. Proxy, can you come up with something? Lucy, how about I take Caesar out to take her mind off things? I'm planning to head back to New Eridu tomorrow to copy some offline data. It might be a good opportunity. That's a good idea. And Caesar hasn't been to New Eridu much. You can show her around.
Take her to the city.
All right, I'll handle Caesar. Tomorrow, have her take you to New Eridu on her bike. I'll leave the rest to you.
Yeah, so this building here, which would eventually become Cheesetopia. I wonder if there is a commission for that. Maybe soon. And there's the iconic photo of the commission. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting how this ends. It's gonna be interesting how this chapter ends. Because I know that around the end it involves Caesar heading down into the hollow. And then coming out of it, it's... And she already has her bike ready. No bike ride scene. Man. Would be nice though.
So this is where the famous Phaethon lives and runs a video store. That reminds me. Sometimes Lucy comes all the way to New Eridu just to see movies that feature her favorite stars.
Caesar, you haven't been to New Eridu much, have you?
When we do get business in the city, we get hold of temporary entry permits. But I rarely make the trip. I was born and raised in the Outer Ring. I still prefer a place that gives you the freedom to roam.
How about we explore the city today? I'll be your tour guide. We have some time while the data copies, and there's nothing else to do here while we wait.
All right, you're the boss.
Watch movies, drinking tea, milk, and shopping. So I'm guessing here we get to learn about Caesar's cute girl side. Besides her tomboy side. Of course it would. Here we go. Coffee's perfect mate. She knows a new side to you, Caesar. That's why she's grinning. Girl's gotta have a taste of that city life.
We've seen the movie and had our drinks. Where should we go next?
She's interested. Perhaps karaoke?
We've got some time to kill. How about we take a stroll nearby? There are nice shops in Lumina Square. We can stop whenever something catches our eye.
Okay, let's go.
Everyone, watch out! Stay away from that fugitive!
Uh-oh. That guy has a dangerous look in his eyes. Those guys chasing him don't stand a chance. Take care of yourself, Belle. I'll be right back.
It does, huh? First time in my chat, huh? Lala, welcome in. Welcome to my stream. Although I did see your name earlier when I was checking the chat dots. But yeah, welcome to my stream. Or better yet, welcome to my channel. I'm guessing this is the first time you've seen this game? Or seen me stream the game?
Hello, Belle?
What did you eat?
Caesar, where are you? Are you okay?
Don't worry, I'm fine. I already caught the guy. Don't forget I'm even stronger than Lighter.
You are called Caesar King for a reason. Hot dogs. Oh, shit. Yeah, so this game's called Zenless Zone Zero. It's basically like a anime game that came from China recently. Although it has gacha in it, sadly, but I am enjoying it. I am enjoying this game. And right now I'm just playing through the story. That is chapter 4 with this motorcycle gang. Well, you probably already seen like a little bit of it since you were in the stream. And I would imagine this is the first time you've heard my voice as well. And then seen my VTuber model. Well, you might have seen my VTuber model before in the clips, maybe. Or you might have seen my face before in Nox's streams. Or if you just like checked my name. Yeah, this game caught my attention since I knew Hoyoverse I knew what Hoyoverse made, like, you know, Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves, or Wuwa as it's referred to. But none of them weren't interesting to me. But when I heard about Zenless, it caught my attention a little bit. And then looking at it for a couple of months, it was when I eventually decided to give the game a try. And I liked what it offered, so I've been playing the game ever since. You might have seen my name a few times in Nox's streams at night. Since I do go in there time to time, and then also Nox given me the moderator role. And I'm also in the Discord server as well, in which I chatted a little bit there. And then more recently chatted with Leo. Or just mainly like I think like welcoming them to the server or something. Yeah, you might know me from Nox's stream for the most part. Since I know that you usually come in a little later.
And besides, you weren't that concerned about me when I was dealing with ethereals before.
Let's see.
You sounded so scary just now, and you told me to stay out of the way, so I thought something bad was about to happen.
Sorry to scare you. That guy was really dangerous for an ordinary person. He could have hurt someone. So, are you still nearby?
Vigilante justice. If only we can do that in real life without being arrested for doing good.
I got totally turned around chasing him through the alleys. So I am a little lost right now. Give me a minute and I'll come to you. Hey, Belle, can you hear me?
Oh, she also has a phone as well. Guess until the game tells me, or that they show up in Knock Knock. What, she has an iPhone? Faunus Quarter. Okay, so the outer ring's in the Faunus Quarter, whereas Luminous Square and New Eridu is in Janus Quarter. Or unless New Eridu covers all of the locations. Just the city has different quarters, like Janus Quarter and then this one Faunus Quarter. Well, clearly they don't know Caesar, so it makes sense to why they would come to that conclusion. Okay, now we're playing as Lucy. I mean, as Caesar. We're walking around. The character that I wish I had in my regular agent's roster, but I don't, cause the way how the game shows S tier agents, in which Caesar here is an S tier agent. I have to wait till her banner event so I can try to pull for her. Leo feel holding their phone. I bought them a rugged phone. It worked after the fall. If it works, then it works. No matter how cheap the phone is, as long as it's reliable, then that's all that matters. Because with iPhones, they are just very fragile. No matter how much fancy glass or metal it has, like, they tend to be fragile as hell, huh? Well, that's assuming if you don't have like a case covering it. But most people would have a case on their phone these days. What phone brand does Leo have? I'm assuming it's not iPhone for that matter, so that's out of the question for that kind of phone. A Yule phone. Yule phone. A brand that I've never heard of before. A rugged line of phones. Yeah, I still want to figure out how did Caesar lose her hand, since she has that prosthetic on her left arm. And there's Belle.
The data should have finished copying by now. And it's getting dark. Let's head back to the outer ring.
Okay, so that's what the phones look like. Interesting. I can see why you mentioned. I can understand why you mentioned the word rugged. Yeah, so they're definitely pretty sturdy phones, for sure.
Thanks for showing me around today. Seems like everywhere in New Eridu is just as busy as the old oil field's biggest market. Badger's Respite. So many strange and wonderful things. No wonder a lot of people from the outer ring want to live here.
More opportunities.
Haven't you ever thought about it, Caesar? With your skills, you could apply for citizenship.
Me? Never thought about it. Even now, being here in the city, I still feel like I belong in the outer ring.
Belle, it really is you. Long time no see. I saw the note on your door saying you'd be away for a while, but I didn't expect it to be this long. Chop told me he saw you were back, so I came over to check. How are you guys?
We're doing good. Thanks, Enzo. Just visiting friends for a few days.
I happen to be one of those friends. We'll take good care of Belle and Wise.
With such a friendly host, we neighbors can rest easy. I'll leave you to it. If you need anything, just drop by my store.
Is that guy your neighbor, Proxy? You seem close.
And yet it still remained intact.
I always heard people in the city aren't as close to one another. But from what I've seen today, people seem pretty friendly here too. You asked if I ever thought about living in the city. I guess with so many close friends in the outer ring, I've just never thought about leaving. So, if I want to really protect them, I can't do that.
So, how's the battery life on that phone? Since now that you've mentioned that phone brand, it got me curious.
Are you talking about becoming the Overlord?
Yeah, Proxy. I've been thinking a lot these past few days. Growing up with the stories of the Torrid Inferno, I always wanted to become the Overlord to prove I was the strongest. But being the Overlord is more than just being the strongest.
Yeah, so she's now starting to mature here and understand how the responsibility of Overlord is.
Even though Pompey's men caused trouble, he stepped in and resolved the situation. He even took care of the problems in Blazewood and with the Sons of Caledon. I only just found out the reason the Overlord hadn't been seen for the past 6 months is because he had been working on negotiations with the other regions. I would have never thought of doing that. I didn't even know it was an option. When he laid out the terms, Lucy immediately saw the benefits of the new routes for the old oil field. But I only understood after she told me. Casa has been working tirelessly for the town, bearing the brunt of all the pressure. Compared to them, I still have a long way to go.
Really good lasts a day. So it's got a pretty good battery life.
Realizing your shortcomings is the first step to becoming a better person. And you have your strengths too, Caesar. When you found those goods in the hollow, you didn't get angry. You let Casa take them out first. At the time, we all thought Casa had betrayed us. But you still thought of the town's residents first, worrying the items would be corrupted in the hollow.
I think anyone else would do the same, right? Making sure everyone has enough to eat is more important than my pride or my feelings.
And that's also another reason why I like Caesar. She's a good woman. She really is a good woman.
But hearing you say that makes me feel a lot better. I might not be the smartest, but like a wild boar, once I set my sights on a target, I won't let up until I chase them down. Besides, I've got a great group of friends supporting me. Now it's time to focus on Torrid Inferno. Pompey is a great opponent. This time, we'll find out once and for all who's the best!
Okay, so will I be introduced to that racing minigame? Riding in style. A Kirby female character, and she has a good heart. Those are the types that I enjoy the most. Of course, enjoy like the big boobs and curvy characters, but when you add that they're kind-hearted, then I would love them even more. Okay, back to Blazewood, so I can finally get on to, or at least try to get on to the final commission of the chapter. Because it's time to prepare. It's time for the main event.
Boss, here's the new route distribution sheet. The newly expanded freight routes have been assigned to the Sons of Caledon as per your instructions.
So now, do we get to learn about the real intentions here?
Yes, put it there.
Boss, you've worked so hard for these new routes. Are you really going to just hand them over?
If it weren't for Moore stealing the intelligence, I wouldn't have had to go through all this trouble.
Yeah, so there's some bad intentions here.
By the way, Moores insists he acted alone. What do you think?
Well, boss, you know Moores was also thinking of our best interests.
And there's the cocky fucker.
You're giving me the answer to a question I never asked. But you don't seem too surprised by all this. Wanting to win isn't a bad thing. But since I'm the reigning overlord, we have to act with integrity. The Motor League's stability ensures the safety of the oil wells. If there's infighting, someone's going to get taken advantage of. By the way, I heard that you've had a lot of dealings with companies in the city lately.
That is absolutely untrue. It's just that we had some issues with the protective gear we arranged for the oil refinery. I had to find a way to handle it.
I hope so. Lucius, you're smart and ambitious, but always eager for immediate results. Don't let your cleverness backfire.
Yes, boss.
These documents never end. I've been feeling exhausted these days. Am I getting too old for this?
Not at all, boss. You've been talking about the Tour d'Inferno a lot lately. You're clearly raring to go.
Poison. The same in return. Hello, Leo. Guessing he's trying to poison, Pompey.
Well said. Caesar may have some potential, but she's not ready to replace me yet.
But boss, please don't overwork yourself for the next few days. After all,
That evil aura.
for this grand event, you need to be in peak condition.
Yeah, so he's trying to kill off Pompey, which he would stumble upon turning into an ethereal. So it's all come together now. Showtime. It's showtime. Okay, so Caesar, Lighter, and Lucy with Moko. It doesn't get as southern as that.
30, 40, or even 50 years ago, a young man performed the miracle of diving into the flames and returning a hero. And in just a few minutes, new heroes will recreate the legendary Tord Inferno. I didn't expect so many people.
I'm starting to feel nervous.
Do what you're good at, Proxy, and leave the rest to us.
Right, so before I move forward, I want to take a screenshot of this, because I can't do screenshots in game. I can only use the snipping tool to make screenshots.
What's that thing flying around? Good question. Eyes wide open and take a gander at this, folks. To give everyone a front row seat to this grand event, every Tord Inferno is filmed by drones. And this year, there's only an unprecedented 10-minute broadcast delay inside and outside the hollow.
So whatever happens inside the hollow stays inside the hollow. Unless you're EOS.
Enough chit-chat. Let's introduce this year's factions! Defending, we got the Vanquishers, Pompey, Lucius, and Mars!
Okay, so he's in this to defend his title.
Challenging, we have the Sons of Caledon, Caesar, Lucy, and Lighter! The rules are simple. Charge into the hollow, reach Cinder Lake, and use the Spark Stone to blow up those pesky ether crystals. Whoever completes the ritual first will be crowned Overlord!
Yeah, this is starting to feel like NASCAR, but with motorcycles. Like, you notice this, right? It feels like NASCAR, but with motorcycles.
Overlord! The finals have been a long time coming. This showdown's gonna be a blast.
You're quite confident, little girl. Do your best, and try not to bore me.
Alright, folks, take your positions.
And I guess those effects are gonna kick in. No. Knowing that his second hand had fucked him over with that drink.
The Tord Inferno is officially on! The Vanquishers and the Sons of Caledon are neck and neck as they pass the fork. Can we expect an epic showdown in the hollow?
Be careful, everyone. We're about to enter the hollow.
And showtime.
Cinderglow Lake, here we come!
Okay, yeah, here's the minigame. And if you know me, I'm not that great at racing games, so I definitely gotta think fast here.
Alright, we're in the hollow.
Everyone, follow this path down into the depths of the hollow. I'll monitor this route in real time. Obstacles detected on the road ahead.
Piece of cake.
Warning. Dangerous buildings above the road ahead.
Rush past them.
Oh.
You okay?
Not at all. My hair is full of sand.
That's what you get for being so slow.
There are more and more ether crystals around.
Ether concentration levels are up too. Be careful, everyone. Huh? There's a huge building over there.
Probably an oil refinery, right? Big Daddy told me this place used to be incredible. Oh, that was close.
Watch where you're going.
Warning. Fire detected on the road ahead. Warning. Dangerous buildings above the road ahead.
That was a tough track.
Really? Is that all you got?
Just focus on your driving, okay?
Stream being a bit unstable.
Watch out. It's getting more narrow up ahead.
Oh.
Sit tight, Proxy.
What's that sound? The ground's shaking. Everyone!
Do we have to do any more, or is that it? This is at 60 FPS. I wanna also mention that I have to stream at 60 FPS, and and the same for the game. But yeah, you know, the dust quality just starts to die. Same with bubbles, like bubbles and dust, that just fucks with the quality a lot. I mean, you also notice this in Minecraft as well. Like, I mean, yeah, it's a pixel game, it shouldn't be causing a lot, but still, it does. Yeah, nothing I can do about it except make the quality higher, but it's just gonna fuck with my performance, so I mainly have a balance.
Proxy! Proxy! Wake up! Are you okay?
Yeah, so they're now deep in the hollow. When I'll stream Minecraft again, that's the question. I haven't really decided when to stream the game again after defeating the Ender Dragon live on stream. I still had plans to continue playing it, just haven't decided when to bring it, since I've been focused on other games to stream, like Zenless and the others. But I do have a couple of series that I do when I play Minecraft live. You'll see it in my About section, where I update what series I do for each game. I could send you a screenshot of my Minecraft skin on Nox's Discord, and then you could see it for yourself. Unless you want to see me use it live, then that also works. Whichever way you want it, or how you want to see it, I'll make it happen.
Dang, that was quite an impact.
Is your bang boo all right?
I'm fine. What about the others?
I don't know. Lucy and Lighter are missing. It's just you and me. When the boulder fell, the ground gave way and collapsed, forming a massive hole. And when I woke up, we were here.
Master, due to the spatial distortion caused by the severe tremors, you have deviated from the planned route, recalculating your position. Additionally, before the rockfall, a significant release of energy was detected coming from both sides of the road. Please proceed with caution.
A significant release of energy? An explosion?
Something's up.
There were old oil facilities on that path. Did the explosion come from there? What's this? When we fell in here, I got covered in this glittery dust.
Dust. Now that you mention it, Eos is covered in it too. Wait, isn't this stuff the ether powder left behind after a pure ether explosive goes off?
Belle, what did you just say? But the Outer Ring doesn't have advanced ether technology, and the city wouldn't sell such dangerous tech to the Outer Ring. So how did it get here?
Yeah, Nox could use his own original Minecraft skin. Whether it be of him or like a character that he likes, but in a Minecraft skin. There are websites where you can just download a PNG and then upload it via the Minecraft launcher.
That can only mean one thing. The explosion was no accident.
What? Who did this? Couldn't be the Vanquishers, could it? But when we were at the starting line, Pompey told me to give it my all and give him a proper challenge. He seemed eager to compete. How could he stoop so low?
It probably could be one of his subordinates doing that.
Caesar, although we can't jump to conclusions, with an incident as serious as this, there's no way today's race can continue as planned. The drone should have gotten it all on camera. Bernice is watching the race. We have to tell her the truth and get her to call it off.
Understood, Second Assistant. Connecting you now.
Oh hey, Proxy, it's you! What are you calling me for? Everything looks to be going smoothly in the Hollow, and we haven't encountered any battles so far.
Huh? Bernice, didn't you see what just happened?
What? Did something happen?
Belle, something's wrong. Ferry says the footage being broadcast has been tampered with. It's not just ours. Even the footage of the Overlord is fake.
So the drink that Pompey had, his subordinate had tempered with it, which would lead to him becoming an ethereal soon enough.
The footage from both sides has been swapped out. I don't think this is just about stopping us from winning the Tour d'Inferno.
You're right. It seems the enemy is deliberately blocking information from the Hollow. And there's ether explosives appearing where they shouldn't be in the Outer Ring. Could they be targeting Cinder Lake?
Are you saying Cinder Lake might be in danger?
Yes, I think Belle's guess makes sense.
Caesar, you're the leader of the Sons of Caledon and our client. So what's the plan? We can try to get out of the Hollow right now and tell everyone about what happened. Or...
You're stating the obvious, Proxy. We're heading to Cinder Lake. We can't just sit back and watch. As long as we can protect Cinder Lake, we'll figure the rest out.
Understood, Caesar. Phaethon will respect and follow your decision. Wait. What are you all talking about? It sounds like something crazy happened, but it doesn't make any sense.
Don't worry, Bernice. I'll explain everything to you later. Belle, Caesar, you two should get going. You've got to regroup with Lighter and Lucy.
Okay, so it's now back to regular fighting.
Let's go, Proxy. We don't have much time.
Biosignals detected in the area ahead.
There's no end to these things!
That was Lucy's voice. Let's hurry.
Prologue to the final battle.
I have arrived.
Caesar and the Proxy! Seriously? What took you so long?
Are you guys all right?
Boss, don't worry. We're fine. But the collapse just now was not normal. Seems like it was caused by ether explosives.
That's the conclusion we came to, too. Looks like someone is trying to harm Cinder Lake. We have to get there fast.
Wait, if you're going to Cinder Lake, you need a bike.
Note, I've already detected the coordinates of 3 motorbikes.
That's great news. Proxy, take us there now.
Looks like I win this time.
My bad. There it is.
Time to shine.
This one's a real crowd pleaser.
Direct hit!
This way, there's a spatial fissure nearby. Biosignals detected nearby.
Let's go take a look.
It's Morse. That's weird. Why isn't he with the Overlord and the others?
Boss, that guy just now was holding a pair of binoculars. He seemed to be looking at something at the foot of the mountain, just where the explosion happened.
Moors, what's your status? Have you seen the Sons of Caledon? Where have they gone to?
Reporting in, boss. I've been monitoring their route as instructed, but I still haven't seen any sign of them yet.
So that... Okay, so he did, and the others, they had evil motives.
Still haven't seen them. Those young'uns know how to handle themselves. Now that they're facing some real trouble, they can't take it.
Boss? You okay?
Moors, of course the Overlord is fine. Didn't you see him cut down those ethereals just now with a single slash?
Right, so I take it that, like, anyone that talks cocky like that, no, they're the real enemies behind this.
Lucius, enough trying to suck up to me. After all these years with me, you still haven't gotten over those bad habits of yours. Turning tail and running at the first sign of danger, and underestimating your enemies when victory's within reach. As a biker and second in command of the Vanquishers, you aren't fit to lead with that attitude.
Boss, I get what you're saying. I've always been slow to learn. If it wasn't for you, I would never have even seen the shadow of Cinder Lake.
Enough. In the past, you would have fled at the mention of the Tour d'Inferno, but now you've insisted on coming along. That counts as progress. Moors, keep an eye on the Sons of Caledon. We aren't far from Cinder Lake.
Not good. The Vanquishers are way ahead of us.
But by the sounds of it, Pompey knew nothing about the explosion.
Is it just me, or does something feel off about that Moors guy? The explosion at the foot of the mountain just now caused a huge landslide. You can see the rising smoke and dust from here, even without binoculars.
Roxy, you're onto something. Seeing something like that would usually cause alarm. Even if Moors was sent to spy on us. It's still weird that he didn't even mention this to the Overlord.
Yeah, so him and Lucius, they have ulterior motives.
Hey, Caesar, pipe down!
Huh? Who's there?
Well, too late.
Morris, time to surrender.
Not gonna happen.
The glory! Out of the way!
Gotcha now.
Beat it!
Victory is in sight!
This isn't good. He's trying to get away!
Moors, you coward!
Boss, he escaped through the fissure.
Moors must have had something to do with the explosion back there. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Now's not the time for this. Focus on dealing with the ethereals in front of us.
The Sons of Caledon talked a big game about having a showdown. This has been disappointingly dull.
Boss, you might have a soft spot for that Caesar, but it's their own fault for being so useless.
But dull can be a good thing. At least we won't have to worry about Cinder Lake for a few years.
And there's the bomb.
What's with all these ether crystals coming out of nowhere?
The ether aggregation catalyst can accelerate the crystallization of free-floating ether particles. This is tech developed by City Enterprises to increase ether production, and it works wonders in the unique environment of Cinder Lake.
Lucius, do you mean you...
That's right, Pompey. I've replaced your spark stone. Cinder Lake will be completely extinguished soon. Oh, and one more thing I almost forgot to mention. When using this catalyst, the nearby ether concentration will skyrocket. Especially for those with a weak aptitude for ether.
Yeah, so he poisoned Pompey.
It will have serious consequences.
Lucius, how dare you?
So he kills him, but then he turns into an ethereal.
You won't get away with this!
How dare you give me another scar! You monster! Despite being so corrupted, you still have this much strength!
To think I ever had such high hopes for you. I was blind! Do you understand the impact of colluding with the city's ether companies? What it'll do to this place?
Did you really think we all shared your old-fashioned ideals of freedom and morality, boss? The weak and the worthless have no place in this age. With the power of ether, I will establish a new order in this leaderless outer ring. A kingdom completely under my control!
Well, you've gone crazy, so that won't happen.
What is it?
Boss, we found the Sons of Caledon. They're about to reach Cinder Lake.
What? All those explosives didn't take them out? We have to retreat for now. Seeing Cinder Lake snuffed out would have been a 90, but now it's down to a 60. Sorry, boss. Time to say goodbye. At least you'll be out of your misery. Wait a minute. I just remembered. Weren't you disappointed you couldn't face the Sons of Caledon in a final showdown?
Warning. A significant increase in ether concentration near Cinderglow Lake has been detected.
What? What's going on?
There aren't any cameras near Cinder Lake, so we can't be sure. But it's definitely not a good sign.
Damn. Does that mean we're too late?
No matter what, Lucy. We have to get there as fast as we can. Proxy, where are our bikes?
Yeah, it's already getting close to the end here. So the final battle will be with Pompey as he turns into an ethereal.
The Fisher took them to a place not too far away. Come with me. Barry, how's the situation at Cinder Lake looking?
Rising ether concentration levels detected. I have also detected that Cinder Lake's heat signature is shifting.
I knew it! Cinder Lake is in trouble.
We're almost there. Our rides are up ahead.
The brave fear nothing!
We're just getting started.
The beginning of the end.
We're almost there. Cinder Lake is just ahead. Caesar, that's...
Old man! Hang in there!
The corruption is too severe. Caesar! Something's wrong with Cinder Lake! There are ether crystals everywhere! What on earth happened here?
It's Lucius. He betrayed me.
We'll get you out now! We can deal with the rest
There's
later!
no time. Caesar, listen. You must protect Cinder Lake.
Old man!
And there's his ethereal form. So the final showdown begins. Pretty much taking him out of his misery for good. Now that he turned ethereal. So he's gone.
Hey! Old man!
Useless. He's completely turned into an ethereal.
Damn it! This is all Lucius is doing! Hey there! He's the one conspiring with the Ether Corporation to extinguish Cinder Lake!
That's right. So long as the oil runs out, we'll do whatever he pleases.
Warning. Rising ether activity detected.
What? Victory's mine!
Only champions make history.
I'll win. End of story.
Second evolution. And now he's stronger.
His attack mode has changed. Watch out, everyone.
Out of our way, old man!
Yes.
If this keeps up,
The enemy is exhausted. Hold on a little longer.
you guys okay?
Caesar, don't worry about us. Just think about winning. This is the only way for the Overlord to rest in peace.
Good. Leave it to me. The brave fear nothing.
Feeling fired up?
I'll win. End of story.
Yeah, good thing I had some practice with Pompey during my off time.
Look out!
There, I already know his attack patterns.
Switching tactics. I won't budge! Even one step!
Gotcha now. Split off.
Victory's mine!
Only champions make history.
Come on, just a bit more!
Pass!
I'm here. I'm fine.
We finally did it.
But Cinder Lake, in a few minutes, it'll be completely extinguished.
How ironic. Even with the Sparkstone, it's too far away. There's nothing we can do.
Without oil, what does Lucius plan to do with the old oil field?
Unless a miracle happens.
Huh?
I'll get the Sparkstone there.
What? Wait. No. Caesar, you can't leave!
Caesar! Have you lost your mind? You'll die! Caesar! Caesar! If we can't stay here, we'll just leave!
You're right, Lucy. Even without oil, we can still make a living somewhere else. But what about the people who don't have a choice? I'm sorry, but this is what I have to do.
A test of fate.
Don't look at me like that, because I'll start to feel afraid.
Caesar, you...
Wait, there's an abnormal spatial fluctuation nearby. It's like something is coming our way.
It's not over yet. Where is it?
Here it comes.
Yo, we meet again.
So she fulfilled her dreams. And seeing as Pompey died, and she's the only leader standing, so effectively she wins.
Belle, everything's packed. We're ready to head back home.
Proxy! Good thing you haven't left. I almost missed seeing you off.
Caesar, I told you. You shouldn't have rushed over here. With everything that's happened at the old oil field, you need to be there to keep things under wraps.
I told you I'm just the acting overlord.
So she's temporary overlord.
That day, even though Pompey threw in the Sparkstone that was replaced by Lucius, he was the first one to reach the finish line. The overlord title should be his.
So what happens here? He won, yes. But then he died because of what was in his drink that turned him into an ethereal. So then... Well, as Lucy is now the current overlord, temporarily. So then the Motor League, what happens to it now?
Caesar, speaking of Lucius, any news on his whereabouts?
Nothing yet. We haven't found his man Moors either. That no-good snake. We sent Bernice and Piper to cut him off, but he got away. Looking through the stuff he left behind, we found evidence that he was colluding with an ether corporation in the city. Combined with Eos's recordings that day, the old oilfield bikers are well aware of what he did. Proxy, I didn't get to thank you after leaving the Hollow. We saved Cinder Lake thanks to you.
Couldn't have done it without you, Caesar. When Cinder Lake was about to go out, I almost gave up hope. All I could do was watch as you rode away, getting further and further from us.
Hey, don't get emotional on me. I was saved by the fissure hidden under the vent. Isn't it crazy how that went down?
A friend who's an expert on this said that due to the complex air currents around the fissure, ether particles are unable to stabilize, preventing it from being sealed off. Due to the balance between the natural gas and the ether particles, the fissure won't be moving anywhere. It's probably been there for decades.
Yeah, the oil fields. That looked more like lava than oil. I guess the oil was just that hot with the ether crystals forming.
Diving into the fiery sea, the hero returns valiantly. When the first overlord reached the lake, maybe that's where he jumped in too.
Who'd have thought the legend of the first overlord was true? Well, this was an unexpected discovery.
People back then didn't know about the fissure, and the first overlord probably forgot what happened to him. So that's where the divine intervention part of the legend came from.
True, but isn't the existence of a fissure right in the middle of Cinder Lake already pretty divine intervention-y?
Do you remember what happened after you fell into the fissure?
Parts of it, but it's hazy. I thought I was done for. In the darkness, I thought I would lose consciousness pretty quickly. But I could feel every part of the overwhelming pressure as I passed through the fissure. Then, I saw a light in the darkness and instinctively pulled back on the throttle and sped towards it. Next thing, I came out right on top of you all.
It was unbelievable. After you said, "We meet again," the next thing out of your mouth was, "Lucy, if I die, the Sons of Caledon are yours."
She's always had her eye on taking over as the leader of the Sons of Caledon. And in that moment, I suddenly realized that I'd never made that clear before. I thought she'd be relieved, but that lunatic jumped up, shouted, "I don't want your leftovers!" and straight up slapped me in the face.
Talk about ungrateful.
completely stunned.
My face was even swollen the next day. You guys all had a good laugh about it. But this time, I really worried you all. Since you're heading back to the city, let me give you something as a memento.
Okay, so the Sun Flint. Again. But this time we get to take it with us.
Oh, it's a sun flint.
Yeah, all of the Sons of Caledon chipped in. It's a shame I didn't have time to help with the weaving. I just drew the design in the middle.
Thanks. I'll take good care of it.
You're always welcome in the Outer Ring, Proxy. May you rise from the ashes.
And we get to meet the big boss himself. Right, I'll be back, but I will keep it on this screen. I'm just gonna mute my mic. So Caesar had us all there thinking that she just would just commit suicide. But then again, they were in the hollow, so the fissures basically saved her ass from death. Okay, so Caesar decided to take over Pompey's legacy. That being managing all the districts. Temporarily, of course. So then, I guess all of the MCs, including the Sons of Caledon, are managing the situation collectively. From what I'm getting here. Right, so the chapter's not done yet. since they have Perlman. I'm still waiting to see what they do with Perlman, or what happens to him now.
I can't see Caesar and the others in the rearview mirror anymore. That must mean we've almost left the outer ring.
Cinder Lake is safe, and Caesar is the new overlord. Our Outer Ring adventure has finally come to a successful end.
Oh, so she has become the new overlord after all. Being the only one that actually survived. So, her wishes came true.
It feels like Cinder Lake was just about to go out, and now we're driving home listening to music. It seems almost like a dream.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
What's wrong, Wise? You sound a little emotional.
Although we could only prove the fissure in Cinder Lake exists from its effects, apart from Caesar's bold gamble, there really was no other way to save it. But seeing Caesar fall, that helpless feeling, I never thought I'd go through it again. Just like that time.
So yeah, that being related to them. I'm guessing in relation to their teacher.
Wise.
Belle, you really have to admit we're family in moments like this. We must be thinking the same thing. This is the edge of the city. Eos and Ferry are here too. It's time.
Second assistant, you have deviated from your course. Recalculating a new route home.
Don't worry, Ferry. We're going the right way. The road we're taking now is the real way home.
Guessing they're going to meet their mentor. I'm guessing to pay respects.
We're here. Let's go up.
Come on, Eos. Don't forget your scarf. No.
It feels like we haven't been back in a long time, Belle.
Fairy, do you know where this is?
Search complete. This is the center of the chasm at the edge of New Eridu.
Pretty much where the Hollows all started.
The chasm, which preceded New Eridu, was the product of the large uncontrolled hollow disaster in Eridu, often called the fall of the old capital. To deal with the out-of-control Hollow Zero during the fall of the old capital, Eridu's leaders at the time detonated the 14 Shuryu pillars from the southwest to the northeast.
Which is how they were able to control the Hollows.
The power of the explosion sparked a strong geological chain reaction, bringing about the formation of the chasm.
That's right. There's nothing in the chasm that can be corrupted, so Hollow Zero can't convert more etheric energy to expand, which prevents it from getting out of control.
New Eridu could only be built because of it. Without it, if you keep driving from here, you'll end up on the road to the northern side of Eridu, which is really close to the throne quarter. Within 10 minutes, you'll come upon a massive statue.
Throne quarter. So there's 3 different quarters. Imagine throne quarter would be where Eridu used to be.
That belongs to the White Star Institute. Turning left before the statue takes you to the former main road number 7 of the Minerva Quarter. On the left side of the road were all the old civilization antique shops that Wise liked to go to. He was just a kid back then, and always fell for fake antiques.
And on the right side of the road were all the dessert shops and snack stores that Belle loved. I couldn't resist Belle's whining and ended up buying more treats than she could ever finish.
I couldn't finish them? As soon as any snacks were placed on the table, everyone would grab them up within a minute. Or have you forgotten?
How could I forget? So, at the end of Main Road number 7, after you pass 3 security gates, you'll see a beautiful building.
Our teacher is right there. She'll be at the entrance with Eos, waiting for us. She always liked to stand to the right of the building's plaque.
So, Eos has been with them for a while. So I guess Eos has been a part of them when they were younger. So it makes you wonder, like, how long has Eos been with Belle and Wise for? Because I know the creation of the Bangaboos existed long before they were born. If you take to account that the entire history of Eridu takes place before their time, and long before the game begins. And then also with all the lore videos that have been coming out from the devs channel explaining about the past before it comes to the advent of the beginning of when you first play the game. Which, yeah, it's a lot of depression and sadness to come. I mean, but that's usually what comes from natural disasters like the Hollows and such.
The Helios Academy. That's our real home.
An academy. So not like residential, but where they learned. But what did they learn? Because of course, as now they're both known as proxies.
It's there now as well, just across the chasm, deep inside Hollow Zero, under the rubble of the old capital's ruins.
Teacher, we're back. It's been a while this time, and a lot's happened.
So another thing that I know, their teacher's a female. But what's her name?
Master, second assistant, please allow me to express my condolences for the significant individual who has passed away. Should you wish, I can search for her name and accurately determine her location on the memorial monument.
Can you, Fairy?
Carol Arna.
So that's their teacher. The one who taught them. But it still leaves you the question of what exactly they taught them.
That name was not found in the database of victims from the fall of the old capital. Only one matching result was found in the related information. Resulted in the uncontrollable Hollow Zero, leading to the great tragedy of the fall of the city. The main culprit, Senior Research Director Carol Arna of the Helios Academy, along with others involved, will forever be etched on the Pillar of Shame.
Senior Research Director. Okay. And I imagine that she was among one of the many Hollow investigators that researched the Hollows when they were starting to become unstable.
Speculation. The name provided earlier was incorrect, or the matching information belongs to another person with the same name.
Maybe.
No, it's no mistake. The person officially responsible for the fall of the old capital is Carol Arna.
So, the person that saved the people from succumbing to the ether. I imagine she's not the only one.
She was our teacher.
She taught us, raised us. The HDD system and EOS are among her many achievements. She also saved us when the old capital fell. Fairy, didn't you ask us why we wanted to investigate Hollow Zero? This is our reason.
Well, they've already mentioned it already about trying to look into the past. But they do it in honor of her. That's why they keep going. That's why they are proxies, and that's why they keep going into the hollows with EOS. So pretty much continuing their teacher's legacy. The same with Caesar continuing Pompey's legacy. But for the reason of managing the oil fields. Their reason is to discover the past.
We became proxies so we could collect enough observation data to one day head back to where Helios Academy once stood, deep in Hollow Zero.
And that's where they eventually became the legendary Phaethon. Yeah, it all ties together now. So I guess now we fully know why Wise and Bell are who they are. But knowing the Zenless dubs, there's probably more to them.
We're confident that if there are clues anywhere, it's got to be there.
So I guess from there, the devs are trying to come up with a way of how to go deeper into Hollow Zero to discover more information. Or to go with it deeper into the Hollow Zero, but beyond. Kind of like going to outer space, except you're going deeper into the Hollow, into like a whole nother dimension. Where it probably looks like the aftermath of an atomic bomb explosion.
Belle and I are prepared to swear on our lives that our teacher isn't the one responsible. We have to uncover the truth about the fall of the old capital and clear our teacher's name. She's innocent, because...
Warning, an unknown entity has been detected nearby.
Huh? Now? Who would come here?
Void Huntress Miyabi. Oh, one of the many Void Hunters. So she too also lost someone. And from the lore video that I watched, her own mother.
You're the head of Section 6, Hoshimi Miyabi.
That's correct. And you're the leaders of the independent investigation team with the exceptional guide, Bangbo. I did not anticipate being bested by you.
We're honored you remember us. But being bested by us, what do you mean?
Also, she was already introduced around chapter 2. No. Chapter 1 or chapter 2, I don't remember. But around there she was introduced. And now with the next chapter after chapter 4, we will be seeing Miyabi again. Now frequently.
I am training to be the first to reach the Chasm Memorial. I would like to spend some more time with her, alone.
So you're here to pay your respects to the deceased too?
Yes, my mother.
My condolences. I hope you can find peace soon.
Thank you. But I don't intend to find peace.
She's also looking for answers, just like Belle and Wise.
You don't want to find peace?
Indeed. I shall not seek peace until all those responsible for the fall of the old capital are apprehended.
Right, so there's TOPS, that super elite organization in New Eridu. They haven't been mentioned yet, although some of their members have, I think. But they haven't been revealed yet to what they've done. Or any information about Eridu's collapse hasn't been revealed much yet, apart from like a few bits and stories from the devs on their YouTube channel, and within the agent stories and all that. So it's like they're trying to inch closer and closer to what really happened to Eridu when it collapsed. But they've yet to reveal like its origins before the game starts, or long before the characters in the game were born. Also hasn't mentioned like the origins of Siren characters, you know, half animal, half human characters like Miyabi here. Like, how did they come to exist?
I'll catch them all. None will escape me.
So, in the case of Miyabi here, she wants redemption. That's why she didn't want peace. She wants redemption. And the story continues to be interesting and consistent. That is true, and they're just gonna get more allies on their side as I progress into the later chapters of Season 1. So when I do reach the second half of Chapter 6, what am I given at the end? Because I didn't look into anything about the final part of Chapter 6. I try to avoid as much spoilers as possible. Right, so just so I can unlock the free play option. Just so I can unlock the free play option. No, that's chapter 4 done. The exiled in the Hollow. So that's the last commission for Season 1. So the entire story for Season 1's all complete. I just need to go in and complete them. Yanagi. Okay, so yeah, next chapter, I'll be focusing on Hand next, which would unlock their base of operations. And in my case, it's the last location that I'll be unlocking in the entirety of the game. Always on point. Let's see how long it takes me to reach like a free play point. Because of course this would be like the transition to chapter 5. Speaking with Yanagi here. like, spoken like a true workaholic. Let's do this. Let's see if I can. Let's just keep going. Alright, sweet. Sweet, I can do Bernice's agent story. And I'm already inching closer to the end here. Let's just click some rewards and then I'm gonna switch scenes so I can find someone to raid. Okay. Okay, looks like I found someone. Let me just check if they're accepting raids. Yes, they are. You and Koichi. So I'll send you to them, since they're also playing Zenless right now. Yeah. Chapter 4, my favorite chapter of the entirety of the game up to now. So, I'll leave you with that. And, see you in another stream. Goodbye.